Upset. That's how I'd characterize it.
JJ said he doesn't have the sense right now that the group is together. I guess what is your sense, I guess, in terms of the group chemistry, or just where you guys are at, just from that standpoint, in terms of, I guess, togetherness?
I mean, I think we're definitely far off from where we want to be and where we expect to be this time of the year. But obviously, it's a lot of season left. We have one more game on this road trip, so hopefully we can get together and figure it out.
And you mentioned, obviously, the sense of being upset. Was there anything on any side of the ball that maybe stood out to you, particularly with maybe defensive, offensive, coaching strategy?
Yeah, I mean, I think defensively, I don't know what we gave up. 134 points. That's a lot of points to give up. So, I mean, it's a lot of lapses there, a lot of turnovers. I don't even know how many we had. 13 turnovers. I think they scored on every turnover we had. So, defensively, we got to be way better. It's going to be hard to win games giving up 134 points to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to be better.
Yeah, AD, clearly that wasn't up to the standard that you as a team expect, competition-wise. When did you start feeling that? How can you, as a team, try to get out of it, and how do you feel like as an individual you can help get out of that kind of a game?
Just gotta stay together. Obviously the team, goes as I go, and the last two games have been terrible shooting the basketball. Just gotta be better and individually to help the team. I mean, guys are doing their parts, and I'm not doing mine. Which is it's tough for our team. So I just have to play better individually, both ends, and I hold myself to a higher standard, and I haven't been doing what I needed to do, especially offensively, for our team. So got to stay together. I mean, it's a ton of basketball left, but tonight was not our style of basketball. It was embarrassing. We just got to get ready for Friday.
Yeah, Atlanta's another kind of big, young, physical team. Where do you start? Offensively, I guess you said that was the end you thought about tonight. Where do you start and kind of finding your way back to what you usually do? Just
making the shots. I mean, we got great looks, just missing them. So I just taking my time and knocking shots down.
You seemed as frustrated on the court as I can remember seeing you, just visibly. I guess, how heavy is it hitting you right now, and how important is it that it stops?
Say you're losing. The way we're losing, playing bad, blown out. I'm not playing well individually. It's the accumulation of things, and it's frustrating. You want to play well. Obviously, me playing well helps the team. Helps our guys. And when I'm not playing well, it's kind of tough on our team, and we just, defensively, a lot of breakdowns. And it's on us. It's on us players, to be honest. We're getting the schemes. Schemes are, on point, but we just gotta go out and do it and execute them. But I just gotta step up for the team.
In particular, how the way the third quarter went. You guys come out, I'm sure, at halftime, talked about certain details and stuff like that, and Hero makes 7 threes, a bunch of them on breakdowns. How emblematic is that of kind of the struggle that you guys are in right now?
Yeah, I mean, you get a guy who's a hot shooter. Should be on everybody's radar, and we wasn't aware of him, and he got open and made shots. Kind of gave him a confidence booster, and there's so many breakdowns defensively. Just got to be better.
JJ said, in essence, we have good guys in that locker room. what will it take with this mix of personalities to get back on the same page? Because you said it doesn't feel like you guys are together right now.
Get back to having fun. Having fun on the floor. Just got to find a way, to be honest. Find a way in Atlanta to get the dub. But I don't know, to be honest.
Do you think this group is
Last
feeling?
question.
Do you think this group has felt the cumulative effects of this stretch? Going back to the Orlando game, has this been a snowball?
I don't know if it's been a snowball, but I know everyone in this locker room hates losing. I know everyone in this locker room tries to do the right thing. We don't go out and purposely try to mess up or have a breakdown in the coverage or miss a shot or not execute a play. We're going to make mistakes as it happens in the game, but we got to limit those mistakes. We're having so many on both ends of the floor, and it's not helping us. So we got to do whatever it takes to get a win on Friday, but we can't separate. We got to stay together as a team, as a unit, and make sure that this doesn't turn into something that we don't want. I got the utmost confidence in this group and this coaching staff. But like I said, I personally just think it starts with me. I play better than guys, play better. I'm definitely taking accountability, especially the last couple games. Just not being there for the team on the offensive end. Yep.
Thanks, Eddie.
LeBron, what's the level of concern just with the game that it didn't seem like it's competitive as you probably all wanted it to be?
Yeah, you can't. There's no schemes or X's and O's or whatever that can that's gonna get you through that. If you don't want to come to compete, then that's other issues.
There have been a couple other games, or at least kind of second halves, where you've seen that as well this year. How does that get addressed?
I don't know. We got to figure it out because it's definitely embarrassing for sure.
JJ, question, the togetherness.
I agree with everything JJ said. He already talked to y'all?
Yes, he did.
Whatever he said, I agree 100%, 1,000%.
You guys' perimeter defense allowed the Heat to tie a franchise record with 24 threes, and Tyler hit 7 in the third. What was lacking in execution in the third?
Everything. Everything.
Just your experience over your career, when can you tell, early in the first quarter, okay, the spirit isn't there for the team. And I suppose, again, it's different game by game, but what can be done in the moments versus afterwards, film room, to try to take accountability as a team, as individuals?
Yeah, I think we should watch it for sure, and just see, when you're individually and you're trying to rely on everybody else to cover for you. I think it starts with individuals first. All of us have to take accountability. It's great to see it on film. You address it right then and there, and then go from there.
Has there been a necessary level of accountability on the court from guys when mistakes have happened?
I think the level of communication is not as great as it needs to be. So many great teams out here, and you anytime you make a mistake, especially with us, teams are gonna make you pay. And in Miami, obviously, like you said, tied a franchise record for threes, made us pay every time. We had horrible communication, and it made us pay.
For somebody who's done everything, you've never been through a couple of games back to back like this. How does this even compute in your mind?
It sucks for sure. It sucks for sure to get your ass whooped like that twice in a row for sure.
LeBron, when you shoot before the game, and this is actually a away game for you, but all the people are gathering around you and the Heat on the other side warming up and no one's really watching them. How crazy is that? Can you share some thoughts?
It's a blessing for sure. It's definitely a blessing to be able to have fans, and I'm in a home arena. Obviously, I have a lot of ties here, a lot of fans here still from the time that I played here, and love my time that I was here. And it's always a great feeling when you come back in this building.
It was like
2 weeks ago where it felt like none of this stuff was a problem in some ways. You guys were playing good basketball. You're winning games.
That's why you always say even keel.
Has there been a whiplash to how?
Nope. You always say even keel. There's that guy behind you who's been following me for the last, 7? It was 6-game winning streak. Say even keel. I know I've been in this game way too long. Never get too high, never get too.
You didn't say you agree with everything JJ said.
Everything. So don't ask me about what JJ said. Everything he said is correct.
Well, you guys, if you aren't executing,
Then we lose.
Right, but do you think there's an understanding of what you're being asked to execute? And
Yeah,
if-
we've been preaching it since July. I mean, I wasn't there in July. I was preaching some other stuff with Team USA, but it's been preached since July. So there should be an understanding. July, August, then we got to September. Absolutely. It's not on the coaches. It's definitely on us for sure. All right, appreciate it.
Tough loss like that, and kind of on top of some other recent tough losses.
To you or to the team? There has to be some ownership, and I think when a group is not performing well, which happens, and it happens to bad teams, happens to good teams, it happens to great teams, you can splinter, and it's easy to not want the ownership, particularly when it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. We're all embarrassed. It's not a game that I thought we had the right fight, the right professionalism. Not sure what was lost in translation. There has to be some ownership on the court, and I'll take all the ownership in the world. This is my team, and I lead it, and I'm embarrassed, but I can't physically get us organized. I can't physically be into the basketball. I can't physically talk and call out reds and physically call out coverages, and it's, I'm not, and by the way, I'm not blaming players. That's not, I own this. But gonna need some ownership on the court as well. It's there's not a sense from me that we're together right now, and that's what we say in the huddle. It doesn't feel that way. And again, we're in a tough stretch, and we're all trying to find it.
Hero got going in the third quarter. We all are familiar with his capabilities, but what did you see from your guys' perimeter defense that may have aided in his ability to get hot?
Yeah, he made so many, I'm trying to remember them all. There was a couple, not being in the basketball, there was a couple where we were in rotation. It's funny because I felt like earlier in the year we were having trouble at the point of attack, and we've actually been better there. Having a lot of trouble. I don't know what they ended up with. A lot tonight, yeah. We're having trouble with our transition defense. I think overall we've been better there. We're like having trouble right now on both ends with like base level game plan stuff. It's odd. It's very odd, and I don't know if that's the travel and the lack of practice time, but to like really not execute your, like, not an adjustment. Right, we went into the game with our base level coverage, and That's not a 1 through 5. That's not like anything special we're doing. You can't really make adjustments if you can't execute the base level coverage. So, the answer to that probably is next week. It's an opportunity for us to be in the gym and get some practice time with us not making the cup. So we'll do that.
You talked about ownership. What do you need from your leaders, from LeBron and AD on the court? What do you need from them in the locker room at moments like this?
Yeah, Bron and I spoke this morning. We had a nice conversation, one of many we've had, and I thought, to be honest with you, that I don't know what he scored tonight or whatever, but he was very talkative with his teammates. He was encouraging them like that. I need him to uplift his teammates, and because a lot of us, we're going through it right now, and I think with AD, he's not had the performances that he had to start the year off, and there's a level of frustration, and he'll get out of it. I have no doubt he'll get out of it. We say this with most teams because most teams now with the new rules, they just blow shit up, and we say got to be physical both sides of the ball, and I think they to start the game really took us out of what we were trying to do, and we didn't match that level of physicality, and that can sort of get frustrating for a player.
JJ, before the game, you said you were calm about the way that
Yeah.
you're going over this skid. Does tonight's performance change that at all?
Calm in terms of like my overall outlook, or like in the moment.
I guess overall outlook.
Yeah, this is problem solving, and obviously when you lose by 41, the problems are glaring, and you gotta get with the group and fix them, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's not, I'm calm about that.
Last one, Kobe. JJ, you mentioned that right now you aren't feeling like the team, getting the sense that the team is together. How do you prevent this adversity you guys are going through from, I guess, allowing the team to splinter off, or I guess separate even more than you feel they are right now?
That's a good question. Something I'll talk about with my staff. Certainly talk with the group. Certainly talk with individual guys. We have good guys, and we have guys that want to win, and we have guys that want to play the right way. Figuring out how to do that together, I think that's the challenge for almost any team. And when you can do it, and we've done it, we've shown we can do it. You just want to get back to that, and we will.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.